Hi, do you know what's in here? Spiritual perspectivist and go-to spiritual connector. Here's a live I did earlier on Facebook. Hope you enjoy it. Let's look at this year, 2020. We started off and we had bushfires in Australia. We had other natural disasters all at the beginning, all around the world at the beginning of the year. Then the bushfires turned into floods in Australia and other disasters around the world. And then we had COVID-19, and now we've got all of the rioting that's happening. Welcome to the age of Aquarius. We literally have just started and just begun a brand new energy age. So what's actually happening? You'll find that at the moment, what's happening is that there is energy shifts happening around the world. And the energy that is shifting and changing is meant to actually happen. What you'll actually find is there are light and dark energy, and it's technically a little bit of a war on the spiritual front, because the dark energy is trying to activate all of those people who are listening to their emotions, listening to the dark energy, being guided by that, who are not awakened. Those who are awakened and in the awakened realm are realizing that this is just an energy shift. My first question to you is, how does it make you feel when you watch the news or you watch broadcasts about what is actually happening at the moment around the world? How do you feel? Does it make you feel good? Does it make you feel light? Does it make you feel happy? Generally, no. Well, does it for me? I haven't watched the news for about 10 years for that reason. You'll find that what is actually happening is that there is a balance situation going on where the dark and the light are trying to actually find energy. And you'll find that if you watch anything that is not making you feel happy, not making you feel good, or making you feel scared, or trying to make you feel scared, that's actually not coming from the light. That's actually coming from the dark and the shadows. So you will actually see that there is a whole heap of conflict that seems to be happening at the moment, and that's because of the energy shift that's happening throughout the world. This was supposed to happen around this time, this shift. There's an awful lot of eyes peeled galactically on our planet, and for those of you who know what I'm talking about, it means there are energies around the universe and other universes that are actually looking at us at the moment, sending nice, bright, white energy and trying to lift us and awaken. There are more people awakening around the world right at this moment in time than there has ever been on this planet before. We are all here for this reason. You can't force people to awaken. It depends on their journey and their energy. Now, because we actually have some not so fun energy floating around. So we've got the aggression, we've got the anger, we've got the demonstrations happening. People are scared after COVID-19. They're now trying to make changes. Some of the things that are happening is that you'll find that there's a transparency going on. That it is revealing what is truly happening behind the scenes so that people can actually now see and make choices. And this is why you have governments all up in arms. You have people who are stepping out and demonstrating because they're suddenly starting to see what's going on behind the scenes. Most of those who are awakened and aware of what's happening are sitting back and watching and protecting their energy. Why? Because your energy is actually vulnerable to any other energy that comes and bumps into it. What we need to do for those who have awakened and for those who are in the light is you need to be discerning. You need to think about the way your thought processes are happening. You need to stop. If you find that you are dwelling on anything that might be negative or pulling your energy the wrong way, you need to cut that and stop it and cut it right out of your life. So what we need to do is be discerning with our thoughts. We now need to actually step up, stop being so complacent, and basically get off our laurels and start realizing that there is dark energy that is in action here, and we need to stand up and protect our energy. How do we protect our energy? First of all, we call our energy into ourselves and we make sure that we are conscious of surrounding ourselves in white light. It's difficult when you first start, I know, if you're not a visionary, if you don't visualize things, to visualize or imagine yourself being surrounded in white light. It is tricky. It can be tricky, but you get used to it. Eventually, it's just like brushing your teeth each day. You clean your teeth every day, you wash your face, you have a shower, you do all these other things automatically. Surrounding yourself and imagining and visualizing yourself in white light is very much like that. You can actually get into the habit, make it part of your ritual, make it part of your day. Ensure that you're actually protecting your energy. Think about it. If you find yourself watching something on TV and you think, this is not making me feel good, either step away, change the channel, or put up a shield of white light and say, you cannot affect me. And you can have those thoughts. We have a sea of basically spiritual energies around us all the time. We walk through it all the time. And what you'll find is that with that sea of energy, you've got thoughts that are being affected by different spirits. And there's different shadows and light spirits all the time. So any thoughts that are actually starting to feel a little bit not like you or a little bit negative means that you're allowing the shadowy influences to actually influence your thought patterns. So if you're feeling too sad or if you're feeling over the top emotionally, that can be spirit team or spirits or anybody who's actually playing with your thoughts. You need to take control of that and say, no, I'm not allowing these thoughts. I'm being discerning about what I'm thinking, who I'm actually thinking of, what I'm actually doing. In fact, there are sometimes actions you need to take, like cutting people out of your life. If you find that you need to do this, or you need to stop seeing somebody for a while because they're having a negative influence, right now is the time to do it. Sounds harsh, I know, and it sounds difficult, but it's not. It's for your own good, because you are awakening, and we are all awakening really quickly. Some people feel like the shift is not happening quickly enough, but it is happening at the right pace for you. It is happening at the right pace for us. There's a lot of humans on this world, and to actually have everybody suddenly either go light or dark, bang, in one hit, you can imagine the chaos. So this is all happening at a pace where people can actually start to discern what they're doing. So you need to get off your laurels, you need to step up, and you need to start controlling your thoughts. And I'm not saying every second of every day. I mean, that's not reasonable, really, is it? As much as you can. If you find there's a thought you're having, if there's something you're looking at, if you're not feeling happy or it's not making you feel happy, then my suggestion is that you actually change your thoughts. Walk away. Look, if you're talking to somebody, and now that the changes are happening, that we're allowed out and about and mixing with, people more. If you find that you're actually standing near somebody or you're in a conversation with somebody and you're starting to actually feel drained or not happy, or there's a change or a shift when you're talking to them, step away. Call your energy in, and what you can do is literally protect your energy in your head or out loud if you want, whispering it, whatever you want to do. Just say, this is my energy and I am keeping my energy. I don't want your energy, and send it back to them. Because at the moment, it's a little difficult to tell where people are, because people are being affected by the shadows and the things that are probably not normally making them feel this way. So we need to actually protect ourselves, and you need to protect yourself as much as anyone else. And if you find that somebody you're in a conversation with, and say there's a group of you, and that one of you seems to be being affected by a conversation that you're having, or a conversation with somebody else, see if you can actually get them away from the group. And if it changes, you will possibly notice that they're being affected, unawarely being affected by somebody else in the group or somebody's conversation. A funny thing, yesterday we were in Canberra, and we were talking to a guy who actually deals with finances, and what does he do? a financial guy at a car yard. And so we were talking about what we do. He said, "Oh, what do you do?" So we were talking about what we do. And he said, "Oh, I believe in all of that. That's great." He said, "My wife has actually started seeing numbers." And I had to laugh because, I've done a talk on numbers. We actually just literally finished the lesson on numbers and angel spiritual and repeating numbers on our Feather of Gold Connecting the Dots Spirituality 101 course. And our Earth package has actually got that in it. So it was quite interesting, really, because we were talking to him about it and said, "Oh, she's dreaming about it." And I said to him, "So she's seeing the number 11." And he said, "She is. How did you know that?" And I'm like, it's kind of what I do. And we we were chatting about it, but it was quite interesting because he said that she's always believed, but suddenly she's starting to feel like she's waking up. And I thought that was an interesting term because what is actually happening is that people are waking up, where our souls are waking up, where we're remembering that we're not just this human, we are actually an energetic body. So we've actually got energy woven within our physical body. So when I started chatting to this guy as well, and he said, "Look, I'm a believer, but and I said, "You've seen things?" And he said to me, "Yes." And he was saying that, some of the things I've seen, I'm like, I don't really want to get into it. And the first thing I said to him is, we need to learn. You need to learn to protect yourself. We need to teach you how to actually protect your energy and protect yourself. Because what you've seen is something that's not necessarily from the light. I said, but the thing is, don't let that scare you and stop you from getting into it. He said, "Oh, no, I just think I don't want to get involved in that." Fine. And all that takes is actually protecting our own energy. He will come around to it when he's ready. His wife is obviously ready. She's going to jump in and have a look at our group, and we'll, get her to join and have a chat with her as well. But you will find more and more people are starting to talk about all sorts of things. They're getting crystals. How many people are buying crystals? What do we use crystals for? Lots of different things. What's one of the processes for crystals? Protection or connection. So when it comes to actually looking around at what's happening in the world at the moment, it's up to you to choose. If you want to be dragged down by everything that's happening, if you want to be dragged into these conversations, fine. Your choice, your journey. My suggestion would be, though, don't. Because, to be honest, at the moment, the world is all over the place. Energy is shifting. Look after yourself, look after your loved ones, and stay close to your own energy. Don't become cut off from it. Because unfortunately, those who are being affected by the negative energy, and mind you, the light is winning, which is why we're getting so many things happening and being thrown at us through the media and things, because the light is actually winning and the dark is having a last gasping attempt to try and, take over. You will find that if you are looking after yourself and your energy and you're not being dragged down into it, you're going to be so happy when we eventually get to the stage where we're in a completely different space. So don't let it affect you too badly. If it's affecting you too badly, feel free to actually contact us and let us know. But we'll actually find that at the moment things are shifting like this. It's like a seesaw. So don't be too surprised if there are times when you're actually feeling a little down. Change, move, a change of space, change of what you're talking about, who you're talking to, what you're watching on TV. All I'm saying is protect your own energy. Be careful of your own energy. There is an awful lot of misinformation being spread around, and the number of people who are sending me things on Messenger, I open up every day and people are trying to convert me to, look at this and look at that, and there's this conspiracy, and then there's that theory, and there's this theory, and it's just I get inundated with it every day. So I have to start now choosing who I'm responding to, even on Messenger. So what you will find is that make your choice, be discerning, get off your laurels and go out there and make the effort to look after you, to step into the light and to stay bright and energetic. Because you will find that basically we are beings of light. Stay that way. Okay, well, remember to stay in the light, to be discerning with your thoughts and who you are actually interacting with. You'll find that our role as guardians, guides, trainers, teachers, mentors, and I'm actually a spiritual activator, is to help people stay in the light. So if you've got any questions, leave some questions in the group, pop them up there. We'd love to see you. We are getting ready and just about finished our Spirituality 101 Earth Elementals package, where we're starting off with protection while learning and energy and chakras and crystals and all sorts of exciting stuff in the first one. And it's going to be plug and play and $33 a package. So that's our first one. And then we've also started our mentoring for our soul adventurers, getting people to actually help, step into the light themselves and teaching them how to do that on Zoom calls and working with the group. So it's really exciting. Things are really shifting for us at the moment. If you're interested in any of that, message us, let us know, and that's fine. But in the meantime, we will actually be taking a waiting list for the Soul Adventurers, and let me know if you're interested in doing the training with us, because we'd love to work with you, and it's what we're here for. We're teachers. It's what we do. So I'd love to chat with you about it if you want to, and that's fine. Everybody's ready at their own time. Everybody's ready to step in at their own pace, and people are now listening to different things. So, stay safe, be spiritual, and stay safe. Okay? So be spiritual, be safe, and namaste. Beautiful souls, I will see you all in the light. Bye.